I think one of the most common questions in the ADV motorcycle space is, what's the best tire? You'll find plenty of videos out there saying this is the best tire you're going to ride. Your buddies will say these are the best tires. I'm fault for it as well. I mean, heck, the tires I'm going to show you today, I think, are the best tires. But just to be clear, before I even get to talking about these tires here, the best tire is honestly the one that's going to suit you. And what is that? Well, really, what kind of riding are you doing? Many people have big ADV bikes and never take them off-road, so you don't need a knobby tire. But again, it really depends on your kind of riding. Sand, mud, rocky terrain, 50-50 here and there. What is really going to suit you? And the tires we're going to be talking about today are the Tusk 2-track adventure tires. And I have just about 4,000 miles on these tires, from long highway to riding in the rain, to riding in the sand, to riding on mud, to long road trips with the bike loaded out. So I really took these tires through the paces here and can truly talk about the pros and cons. And they also don't break the bank. I mean, I got this set of tires for $200. And the first pro for me, other than price point, is going to be the lifespan, the longevity out of these tires. Again, you all know I just recently did the Southeast BDR, almost up to 4,000 miles on these tires, and I can still easily get another 1,000 miles out of these tires. As far as the rear, the front, I can probably go even more. I'll replace my rear before the front more than likely. So I would say you're definitely going to get a solid 5,000 miles out of your rear tire. And that's really awesome, because one of my previous favorite tires, and still one of my favorite tires, is the Bridgestone Battle Axe AX41. This tire is just awesome. It's so sticky on the road. I mean, I've done the Tail of the Dragon on this tire and such. I've used it on smaller dual sports. I've used it on Africa Twins, Triumphs. It's expensive. Like, just the rear one costs as much as a set of these Tusk tires here, but the lifespan of this tire is horrible. You are lucky to get right around 3,000 miles out of a rear tire. Seeing myself getting 5,000 miles out of this 2-track here is just awesome. And I don't want to sit here and keep harping about longevity and the lifespan of these tires, but that's a really big point when we look at tires for our bikes, right? And I want to show you the difference from a brand new Tusk 2-track adventure to my rear tire with close to 4,000 miles on it, looking at the tread difference. Yes, the brand new one is incredibly chunky for sure, but still, looking at the lifespan that's left on the one I currently have installed, it's really not too bad at all. Now, rolling right off longevity of these tires, I want to talk about the feel of these tires, and it kind of goes right in line with longevity, honestly. I don't want to say they're like incredibly firm or hard tires by any means, but they are firmer than, again, say the AX41s, which you just definitely feel those kind of sink into the pavement and kind of lock you in. With these, my rear one, you can see them actually chunking a little bit. Very small chunks, nothing like that says I gotta change it right away, but also with them being a little bit harder, if I'm on the road and you know you got those little spots with sand, which any bike is just gonna slide on those, right? But I do notice a little bit more with this. Like, I catch myself honestly adjusting my rear suspension a little bit. I was like, God, I got a little too firm. Is it not kind of sinking into that? But I think it's, again, with these tires being a little bit firmer. But even in the rain or anything like that, I'm not nervous riding them by any means. It's just those certain instances, like whenever I get into a tight turn and I can see maybe the gravel's a little bit looser or something like that, or it's not a really solid paved road, then I will kind of just be cautious about it. Now, one question I get asked a lot about tires is the noise level. How noisy are them? You know, and I think that's, I don't know, I don't think that's a very important topic when we're talking about swapping our tires out. Like the stock tires being the Anarchy Adventures that came on the standard Africa Twin. They're street-focused tires that come stock on just about every bike. So when you're swapping it out to a real knobby tire, any of them are going to be loud. Plus, we're on a motorcycle, so you got all this wind whooshing by. You know, it's kind of like, I don't think it's that big of an issue. Now, there is one big downfall with these tires, and it's not really a fault on the tire. It's kind of the options, as the front tire only comes in a 21-inch. You got a few options for the rear one, But again, it would be pretty sweet for this to come in a 19-inch for, again, the Africa Twin Adventure Sport or BMWs or heck, my SCL. I'd put these on my SCL if I can get this in a 19-inch, you know. My buddy with the Adventure Sport Africa Twin, he actually went with the 2-track Adventure on the rear and then the AX41 on the front. And he actually did the whole Southeast BDR with me, and he really loved that combination. I mean, he got through everything, mud, water, crossings, and all sorts of stuff, and he did perfectly fine. So that is an option because, again, the AX41 front tire is great and it lasts plenty long. It's the rear tire on the AX41s that's pretty horrible. So maybe if you want a nice setup, that would be an option, as I seen it in action, and it was pretty darn good. But yes, I do wish they made this in a 19-inch. So as far as the Tusk 2-track Adventures, is it the perfect tire? No, I don't really think there is a perfect tire out there, right? I know everyone will disagree. Nah, these are the best, the Dunlops, yada, 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 you know what I mean? Truly, it depends on your riding style, you know, but what would I want better out of these tires is maybe a little bit softer so they get that grip and they don't chunk. But then if they're a little bit softer for that grip and don't chunk, then they're going to wear a lot quicker. I'm not going to be able to get 5,000 out of a rear. So again, it's a trade-off with any tire, right? You want something more aggressive, something more grippy, something that lasts long, the price point, so on and so forth. But I think when I compile everything, what this is offering at the price point, at the performance and longevity and everything, it's just one of the best tires I've ever used.